So did someone say fleshcraft? Fleshcraft like the owl or something?
Jeez. She knows fleshcraft, and Sollyn's gonna get to know her real good.
Not if Kurtal doesn't tell you about it.
Shit.
He'd have
You're
to.
not going to. Fucking.
Well, he'd have to use alchemist.
Oh shit! Somebody in my cabal would have to tell me something. Looks like that's not happening.
You'd have to like bar him in the alchemist room forever for him to not meet.
Never happening.
I would like to, Kyle. I really would.
Okay.
Come to the front line with me, then we can talk about the shit all we want.
Oh yeah, come to the front line. It's a shame I'm locked in the Lyceum.
Yep. Exactly. That's the point. Like,
Really
it's not my fault. I can't
care
tell
of your
you.
barony, you know.
Yeah, I got someone good in charge of it.
As opposed to me just like, yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Don't worry, I
I
got
left
family in
instructions.
charge of it, and then next thing you know, you've been usurped.
Keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to go to school, so I'm going to come here anyway.
Alright. Scooby-Doo. Alrighty. So, today is session 87. The Fate Keeper for today is Kyle, and the Timekeeper is Kurtal the Turtle. Otherwise known as Necro, the Corpse Fucker.
I didn't see. I'll roll that. That's not good.
Just so you know, YouTube, the reason we call him Necro has nothing to do with the fact that he likes to screw rotted, dead corpses. He prefers them fresh.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, he doesn't want them rotted.
Yeah.
The rigor mortis wears off.
So, Fate Keeper. Did we think that the Timekeeper should be the one giving the recaps?
Yeah.
That would make more sense,
I don't
don't you think? But, that's alright. This is going to be good because anytime Kyle's the Fate Keeper, he's got to guess at everything that happened while he was asleep. So this is going to be fun. Hold on to your hats.
I'm pretty sure all I missed when I fell asleep was the funeral of Namwin. Those sessions when we're all split up and doing different things are rough.
Man,
No,
it is,
that's not it.
Man, it is storming like a motherfucker here. Is it
I know,
storming
right?
where you're at, Necro?
No, but I can feel it's going to hit soon.
How about you, Kyle?
Yeah, it's been storming all day here.
Oh, so it must be going northeastward. Alright.
So, last time, Rolun was given a walk to supervise, or he requested one and found one. Sollyn decided, hey, I need to go on a walk to rank up, so I'll go too. Ilaria fought a dragon on Eagleback, and by that I mean she ran away from the dragon as Louis turned it into a frog.
Tactical retreat.
Oh no, it was a deer, wasn't it?
It was a deer.
Yeah. Technically, what?
Tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat. Fair enough.
I was ready to fight the fucker, then he's like, bam! It's like, okay then.
And Kurtal went to some place southeast of the Tanturi to bring Namwin to visit his wives before he died. He then brought Namwin to the first world via a portal that was in the orchard he visited, and then eventually made it to the Lake of Colors to bury him, along with Katrina, Poogie, and I think that was it. Well, and the body of Namwin. After Ilaria was not killed by the dragon, and after she used her spell to kill a bunch of, drow, Sagawawin, and what was the other thing?
Deep ones.
Deep ones.
Yeah, she still, every time she sees them, initially thinks that they're Swaggin.
Yeah, Swaggin. Sawagawawin.
Yeah.
Kurtal, I think when he got back, I think this is when I was dozing in and out, met the new alchemy sages, and what can I say? The turnaround time on that is great. And I'm not sure what he did, if he did anything else after that. Sollyn and Rolun eventually returned to the Lyceum after spending a very brief amount of time setting up boxes, making sure nothing happened to the boxes, and then proceeding to not notice anything at the lake.
But what were the boxes called?
They were called something, sure. Something disruptors, something destabilizers.
Flux capacitors. Yeah.
Yeah. They were called MacGuffin cubes.
Yeah.
Really? How about you, Tucker? Can you remember?
It sounds like a fucking D&D breakfast cereal.
It does. It does.
Just an illithid holding a box. MacGuffin cubes.
It's a really shitty one because they're freaking square and cubes and they'd be pointy and uncomfortable to eat.
I remember they were called... It wasn't destabilizers, it was...
Tucker.
They were mana...
Oh! It's muted. No, I was going to say... that I remember it was 2 T's in a row. It was like a transmogrifier.
Mana transmogrifier? No.
No, it was like a
No trainees involved.
Yeah, I don't think it had any T in it anywhere.
The first word had something to do with mana. If not, it was just mana itself, and the second word was was technical jargon that I think was not a real thing.
It's all technical jargon. That's the fucking difference.
But in any case, after that we returned, and then we did some other stuff, and around then's when I dozed off. But I think from what I'm reading here in the summary, that Rolun met someone when he got back, or was at least requested to meet someone. And Kurtal met the Sages, and will proceed to not tell the party anything that he learned about the new Sages of Alchemy.
And also, do you know what happened to Ilaria is the last thing?
It says something about meeting her with Harpo's golems, though I'm not sure exactly what that entails.
Yeah, Catholics with Harpo and Etece Meadows.
Was she fighting Harpo or fighting
No,
with
just I flew up and they were there, and that was it.
Well,
Harpo?
Catholics was there
Fighting, or were they on
too.
the same side?
They weren't fighting. It was just like they were there. That was literally all I saw. They were standing there, looked to be talking in some manner. That was the
Does
cliffhanger.
Harpo know about Harpo knows about Catholics, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't know this form, so he may or may not
Okay.
know who
Fair
that
enough.
person is.
Alrighty, and I think that's it. I may be missing something, but I think that's it.
I think so.
Well, you missed what happened in First World, but you got the general idea of what went down.
You climbed up a ladder to a magical floating treehouse surrounded by giant flowers. There was a flying turtle at one point. Then there was some sort of winged fairy man. And then I think there were skunks.
Yeah.
I was sort of in and out throughout the First World bit.
Let's leave it at there were skunks.
There were skunks.
They had a name.
They were... You added like 5 templates to them. They were advanced, dire, fey, celestial alchemical skunks.
Rabid alchemical skunks.
Rabid alchemical skunks.
For being rabid, they didn't attack any one of those. Strange.
Well, rabid in First World means you're stoned.
Ah.
That explains a lot, but leaves a lot more to be answered.
Yeah. So, they were also called the Four Welcomers.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that's what the
They
four
weren't just called the
horsemen
welcoming committee.
Yeah.
went. The fucking skunks are gonna run out. And they're gonna shit out the four horsemen. Oh,
hello.
they're gonna destroy the world through song and dance.
Okay.
You've basically described evil bards.
Yep.
All right. So what's going to happen today, YouTube, is, believe it or not, we are going to have a fantastical story of where Cabal 1 pisses and moans endlessly and does nothing.
What?
Sollyn's going to try to rank up, assuming we can get enough time done.
Well, get your shit ready.
Just like in the real world, after many years of college, they've become professional whiners.
Indeed.
So what do you mean get my shit done? Sollyn's working on getting his shit done.
I'm talking about everyone in general taking forever on their weeks. Like that one session, I think 2 Cabal ones ago, where we literally got through 2 weeks in an entire session.
Mm-hmm.
That was real good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What was the
Nothing
best ones,
happened.
though?
So does everybody remember all the cliffhangers? Were they covered? All of them?
Mm-hmm.
so.
Think so.
Rolun was on the island.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
about
I
to-
met some hot brown chick. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
About to speak with Barbie. Kurtal was in Namwin's office speaking with the new sages, and Ilaria had just seen Kethix speaking with the golems.
Okay.
Sollyn was
Harpo.
masturbating or something.
Asleep.
Alrighty.
Which I am again, sorry about.
Do what
Alrighty.
I do. Become hopelessly addicted to coffee until it's finally poisoned your body.
What was it Kyle was doing? He was just sleeping somewhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't give him a. Yeah, he dozed off, so you didn't give him a cliffhanger.
Alright,
Which
so
is fair.
Sollyn, his cliffhanger was, because he fell asleep, was that he was called into Walon's office.
No!
Okay.
Oh, Sollyn, I just wanted to let you know I hate you, and now I'm ranking you down.
What?
Okay.
Why?
And when he got into Walon's office, he realized that he had a meeting and fell asleep and forgot it. I would have told you, Kyle, but you were asleep.
No, that's fair.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's begin there, because that pain will be entertaining. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Don't you fucking thunder at me, world. I will whip your ass.
Fucking Storms, I'll punch you in the face.
Fuck off, Zeus. I got a role play to do.
Zeus would be behind that. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just my sorcerer.
Where the fuck... Did I get rid of that page? Oh my god. Did I accidentally delete that page? Oh, there it is. I forgot I renamed half the shit. That's what happens every time I clean my room, too. I don't know where anything is.
Solution: don't clean ever.
Alright, so...
Live in your own filth.
Turn off global illumination, because we just don't need that shit.
No, we need it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Waylon's office.
Oh, we're doing them first?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this will be fun.
It's like a band-aid, man. Just get it over with.
I know.
I think this would be way. I think this would be way worse than a band-aid.
Okay. Oh, it's worse. You know why it's worse?
Could be.
Because somebody was sent to get Sollyn. And his name was Akakios.
Oh, it's already worse.
It's.
Alright. So, where was Fuckerface sleeping? I think in Cabal 1 quarters.
Probably.
Alright. So we're going to go there. Cabal 1 quarters. You know what we see here? Oh my god. They are having trouble loading shit. Alrighty. Sollyn is asleep. Da-da-da. And do a perception check to see if you wake up before you get fingered in the butt.
I do have spider webs all over my room, so
Okay. Do you have it in the common area?
not anymore. They made me get rid of them.
No, they made me get rid of them.
Even though I spend 0 time here.
Rolun spends time there. He sleeps in the room still.
All right.
Yeah, I spent time there. Again.
Minus
That's why the web's
20.
on.
You fail.
-6.
All right. -6. Okay, you get a bonus because of your webs in your room of a +10. Is there actually a mechanical thing to that, or is it just a sense thing?
I have tremor sense, so if anybody touches the web, it's essentially like they're touching me.
Fortunately, you're in such a deep sleep that you don't feel anything. At least until the finger gets inserted.
Well, Kakios is gonna get the shit grappled out of him.
Okay, Asmodeus's ass pit. This place is disgusting. What are they, paupers? I thought this was supposed to be an impressive cabal. Look at this place. There's cobwebs everywhere. Can't they even afford a maid? Hello? I'm looking for a spider. Sollyn.
Do I hear
sleep?
Okay.
He hears nothing. Burning hands. Whoops. Got to get my. There we go.
Can we see this, please? I want to see this.
All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
fix it so you can see the awesomeness that is happening.
I want to see you get burning hands. And then subsequently yelled at. That's the best part.
Okay, you should be able to see now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay. Burning hands. Alright, now you get to make another perception check as your room catches on fire.
Isn't using magic against a fellow Lyceum member against the rules?
He's not using it against a member. He's using it against all the shit you've laid on the floor.
He's using it against your bodily waste. I don't think that's illegal.
Yeah.
It's my property.
You son of a bitch! I goosed all over these walls!
In a way, it's actually him.
This is
Fuck, that's creepy.
Yeah. Alright. This time you wake up to the sweet smell of your ass hairs burning. Actually, your spider web burning. This section has been cleared away. God, this is disgusting.
Jesus Christ, you fool.
Fool!
He's an Underdark deity, don't worry about it.
Listen here, you little Lamashton whore.
Sollyn will stand up.
Okay. He'll look around. How do you stand living in a place like this?
Well, maybe it's because I'm a giant spider.
Even still, I'd imagine even hogs would have to have some sort of standards.
He's still an Acolyte third, right?
He's Acolyte second.
Oh, apologies that doesn't meet up to your standards, Acolyte.
What rank is Sollyn?
Acolyte third.
Well, technically he's a peer.
Yeah.
So,
But I request that you stop burning my property immediately before I get the Sages involved. So that's a 20.
Yeah. Alright. Plus Akakios' wisdom.
That can't be any good.
-3. -2. I was close.
Alright.
That's beautiful.
Alright.
Damn, that's close.
Well, you think you have to do a sense motive to determine whether you actually affected him or not by that. He kind of squares off with you and crosses his arms. But something about his posture makes it very clear that he seems not very confident. He seems a little intimidated by you. Look, I was sent to get you by Rolun. You're late for your appointment, and you know that is not going to look good in your record.
No, and I assume that will matter greatly with one.
And no reasonable member of this society, or any other in the world, could possibly believe that this was property. He gestures to the webbing.
Well, it is in my room.
Well, so are bugs. Well,
Yes. In
yeah,
case I can't.
I guess that does make sense.
Sollyn will gesture to his lower half.
Um,
Yes, I suppose so.
Anyway, Rolun wants you. And then he heads out. And you better hurry. He's in a very bad mood.
A rarity indeed.
He's not chipper like he normally is.
Every time he's in a bad mood with you, it's entirely your fault.
What? No, it's not.
No.
Except for the
Sometimes.
first time.
Sometimes
first
it is.
time, yeah.
Every time, no.
And what does
First-
Rolun
yeah.
do? Or Sollyn do? I know what Rolun's going to do.
Sollyn skitters as fast as his 40-foot move speed will let him to Alon's office.
All right.
Were you full running or just double moving?
He's probably full running until he gets down the hall.
Well,
Bowls over neophytes left and right.
out of the way! Just running across the ceiling, probably, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't teleport within the Lyceum, can you?
No. Not inside the Lyceum.
God, I like Walon's boss music.
Oh, I can't hear it, son of a bitch.
Well, quit playing
What
games
is it?
in the background.
Idiot.
Alright, I'm gonna reach it.
I'll give you a clue. It's called
No,
Haunted
I'm-
Cemetery Horror Creepy Music Box. Slow start.
Oh, then I don't want to miss it. Alright, I'm coming.
All right, Sollyn knocks on the door, which is shut. But at the floor of the door, there are red stains in a puddle-like fashion.
Oh boy. One must be boozing again. Sollyn thinks to himself.
And
Sarcastically.
Sollyn thinks to himself, Rolun must be boozing. And then what does Sollyn do?
I already told you he knocked on the door.
Salon.
Sollyn Dion. Yeah.
Sollyn Dion.
Okay.
Okay. Come in!
Oh gosh. Sollyn opens the door and prepares himself mentally.
You come in, and you see Rolun standing on his bear rug. And there is a berry center in the middle of the bear rug, and he is slowly orbiting around it.
There's a what in the center of it, sorry?
Berry center.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say.
He's pacing. In an orbital fashion.
I was gonna say. What's the berry center look like? Is it a planetoid?
He'll stop and look at you. Well, Rolun. Whoops. He's Sollyn.
He's going into.
It's good to see that you found the time to share a little bit with me.
My apologies, Rolun. I overslept.
Do you make a habit of falling asleep?
Try to at least once a day, sir.
Well, that's a bad habit. Humans, it's one of their weaknesses. I'm surprised that you've taken it on. He walks over and sits in the chair and slides up into it. The chair's bigger than he is. He slides up into it, sits down. All right. Now, as for our performance and behavioral review, let's begin it.
Yes, Aegis.
Let's start with F. I'm not sure where I'm putting it, but we'll just put it there for now. Sollyn Dion. How long have you been in the Lyceum?
Sollyn checks Cabal history. To try and find it amidst all this. It's 4725. A little over a year now, Rolun.
How casual. Alright, a little over a year. He reaches over, grabs a quill, licks the tip of it, then dips it in the inkwell and starts scratching something. He draws a big F.
Sollyn just waits.
According to the Vein scale, what's the highest level spell you've managed to complete without killing anyone unintentionally?
At this point, the highest level spell I've been able to create is a level 1 spell, sir.
Create. And cast?
And cast, I have been able to cast spells up to the 5th level.
Impressive. Too impressive for an acolyte. I'm assigning you for a thorough investigation by the Inquisitors. Need to make sure you're not selling yourself to any demons for that power.
If you believe that is best, Rolun, Sages.
Well, you're very young. It's very powerful. While that could be impressive, it's also, given the history of your people, not a good sign.
Understandable, Sages.
Now, how many push-ups can you do?
How many push-ups can I do? Should I roll a strength check?
Yeah. No, Constitution check.
Constitution? Okay.
Yeah.
That should be a 20.
All right. Do you think you can do 500? All right, maybe 100.
At least 100, I suppose.
All right. Physical. C. All right. Can you tell me what ingredients are used to make a magical tonic of mage armor? Go.
Yes, I can. Should I roll craft alchemy?
Do you have brew potion?
Yeah, you get that with craft alchemy, don't you?
Yes.
If you take that as your specialization school.
Yeah.
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 The burned ashes of 1 scroll of craft of mage armor, 3 handles of vodka, and 2 liter of Mountain Dew.
Amazing.
I mean, that is one way of approaching it.
Well, that's good. Give you a B. All right. Just so you know, Sollyn, this is another mark. Punctuality. That's your F there. For falling asleep. Everything else is good for you. The F, however, is going in your permanent record. For punctuality and tardiness. I keep giving you chances, Sollyn. You seem to be improving. But, again, if you're spread so thin across Harn that you're falling asleep, and not remembering your appointments, perhaps you should be restricted to the Lyceum alone. Do you think that's appropriate?
If you deem it to be so, Sages.
I asked you.
It was not me being spread across Harn that caused my tardiness. It was merely that I have been busy working on my spells and studies here recently. More so than I'm used to. That, along with cleaning up the streets of East Spilly each day. It had slipped my mind, and I overslept.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to put next to your physical profile that because of manual labor, you have advanced there. Recommend continue. All right. I'm going to hold on to this F. And not file it, assuming that it was just an unusual occurrence. Hopefully it won't happen again.
Thank you, Sages.
You may go.
Thank you, Sages. Have a nice day. And Sollyn skitters out.
Alright. And that became your cliffhanger. Alrighty.
All things considered, not bad.
There you go. Okay, Fate Keeper. Give me a 1 die of 3. To see, skipping Kyle to see who we're going to go with first. Alright. Oh, shit.
The long one. Want to just go to someone else? Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's long, but it's complicated. Shit's happening. So.
We'll cut back and forth. Okay, so you arrived in Etece Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you, teach you. Blah. And, there we go. Not enforced. You flew in upon your giant eagle. Did you teleport in or did you fly in?
I flew in. It's like half a day, not even from the camp, so.
Alright, you flew in on Ave Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you see, outside of town, to the east, a shitload of fucking golems. Not Sollyn. Ilaria. Scooby-Doo. There you go.
Cool.
Everybody else can see?
Where at? On the top left?
We're all the way on the right, dude.
I don't see anything then.
Can you see the map at all?
No. It's pitch black.
Can anybody else see the map?
Yep, I can see Ilaria right here.
I can.
Okay. Alrighty. So, alright, so Ilaria, you also see what looks to be 4 townsfolk. Engaged with Harpo amid his large army that's standing just on the other side of the river.
What is today's date in the game?
Ooh, hold on, I gotta check. Maybe I need to update that.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it says the 13th of Lamash.
It is giving me that connection thing again, so it might be that.
Yeah, it probably is. On the timeline, this was a week after I fought the dragon. Just 7 days for this.
Okay.
It's easier to do 7 days a week.
Alright, hold on, I'm checking the
It was within a week. But, yeah. Or if it needs to be sooner, that's fine. Like I said, just first chance within a week I got to come up here for a day. I would have.
Um, 18. I'm assuming that was meant to be a 10. Okay. 10, 20. What the hell? Okay. Ilaria goes. Okay. So this is. Yeah, a week later. Okay, so this is going to be. Around the 19th. What does it say there? Just around the 19th or 20th.
This would be on the 20th. I'm just making sure that this is lining up, or if we're going to unite them all in one day again, so it's easier for me to keep track of.
Okay, so we're going to say the 20th here. For this, at least so far. Okay. Alright. Ilaria, where do you land, or do you land?
You said there's a group of townsfolk on this side, right?
Yes, there are some townsfolk over there.
Okay. Trying to drag. I'll fly north, so I'm not like flying over them. Obviously, trying to not scare anyone. I'll fly around, probably in a less sharp arc than this,
Okay.
and then land over here, and then walk up, leaving Alve over there. As I'm walking up, what's the mood like?
Okay, when you land, it seems you've caught pretty much everybody's attention by swooping around. And
Yeah.
when you land, it seems a bit uneasy and tense. Absolutely. And to read beyond that, any expressions or anything, you'll have to do a sense motive check.
Alright, time to roll a 1. Oh, not right, sense motive. Come on. Just roll 20, please.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Cancel. Quiet. There we go. Okay. As you're approaching, the general feel, the atmosphere is it's fairly tense. Everybody's on edge, especially these two on the end, these two guys who are older guys. Later middle-aged, 40s. Or 50s. And, Kethix is there with Bowser, or the person you've seen her with. Have you actually seen Bowser?
She said her name during one of the scries, and I imagine Katrina roughly gave her his description, so I might guess that it's Bowser, but I wouldn't know for sure.
Alright. Well, it's a guy with an eye patch. So, that would give you the inclination that might be Bowser.
Yeah.
As you approach, you do notice Harpo, who is in armor, and while his weapons are not drawn, his shield is hanging on the back of his left shoulder, and his sword is at his side, and he does have a large crown upon his head, bedecked with jewels.
Who are these women?
They are very nicely dressed, with somewhat revealing clothing, but women. You cannot tell anything beyond that. They don't all look the same, but they are all styled similarly in nice clothing. They obviously seem to be middle or upper class. They're clean, and their hair is styled, and they have some makeup on. You see no obvious weapons, apparent weapons on them. One of the dogs growls at you as you approach.
I'll walk over here, pat Kethix on the shoulder, and then kind of step up in front of this guy over here.
Kethix will jump a bit when you pat her on the shoulder.
Oh. Sorry.
Ilaria.
Good to see you, dear. And, Harpo, I'll
Ilaria.
look side to side. What brings you to Lyriel?
Just going for a walk.
Hmm.
It seems you get the distinct impression that Harpo is surprised to see you there, and if maybe unhappy or concerned, somewhere along there. Either way, he's not overly thrilled that you're there.
Yeah. It's quite a large force to be walking about with. Guess they use just their legs too.
They can get dusty.
Hmm.
The entire army standing there is just dead still. It's kind of eerie. They're all just like statues. Bowser, the guy with the eye patch, will speak up and ask who you are. This is Ilaria. Remember? Oh, Ilaria. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you, finally. I've known Kethix for a while now, and she's spoken of you.
And you are?
I'm Bowser.
Walk up and shake his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for all the help you've given, Kethix. You'll be remembered.
Thank you.
Walk back to where I was.
She's mostly been helping me, but
I shrug. Company's help is in its own right.
who cares? Says this guy as he steps forward. The fact is, you being this close with this large of an army is a threat to Lyriel. You need to back off. If I get the Margrave, Harpo Killig, he'll kill you.
No, he will fuck not.
If the golems weren't there, then maybe.
Yeah.
There are other things than the golems keeping Harpo in one piece.
I don't know. Airden
This
almost.
guy doesn't know? Shh.
I appreciate your loyalty, says Harpo. Very somber meter. But in that case, I'd prefer it if you didn't get the Margrave. Well, that's what I'm going to do if your army doesn't back away from this river. There's no reason for you to be here. Why are you here? I told you. I've come to see the Duke. The Duke's not here! Look. T.O., back up. There's no reason to be antagonistic. Bowser will pat him on the shoulder and then shove him backwards.
Don't piss him off.
Obviously, His Majesty has come a long way. Maybe he's just come to see some of his old friends. I was not expecting them here. He'll nod at Kethix and then at you, Ilaria. Mm-hmm. So why are you here? I told you. I need to speak with the Duke. But why do you need an army for that? I prefer to keep my army with me everywhere I go.
Well, I'm sure we can come to some sort of accord here.
Well, Harpo will glance at you and Kethix again, giving a skewed glance. Something about you guys being here that he doesn't seem overly thrilled about. Once again, it's that becomes evident. How soon can you get a message to the Duke? Well, says Bowser, we'd have to travel there. You should have sent a courier. We'll send somebody fast, but we can only go so fast. I'm assuming you've already dispatched somebody. Maybe. I could go faster. Harpo will nod. Would you and Ilaria go fetch the Duke for me?
I mean, I only just got here. Perhaps while someone goes and gets the Duke, we can catch up. We'll give him a stern look.
All right. You know, Bowser will say, and then he'll start coughing. I don't think the Duke is going to come that fast. Not when he hears you have an army waiting for him. He'll respond in kind. I know. That could take a long time. I'll wait.
Since we want to see what Harpo's trying to get at here, see if there's any hostility. Like planned hostility, not necessarily hostility in the moment.
Okay. Harpo, as usual, is very stoic, and it is you can't quite get a read on what his intentions are. The only thing you've gotten off him is that you don't think he planned on you and Kethix being here, and he hoped that you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he definitely wants you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the message has already been sent, but like Tio said, you can't be this close to the border. It's not polite, so perhaps you could withdraw a few miles. Set up just a forward camp nearby. It would probably hasten the Duke's response. Tell the Duke. Harpo will inhale slowly and pause to consider his next words very carefully. Tell the Duke that he has 24 hours to meet me here. Or what? Just tell him that. Look, you need to back up. We're gonna come across this bridge. Tio, shut up. guess we're going to send that message. Fortunately, we can't offer you hospitality since you're so postured so aggressively here, Your Majesty. If you had moved your army back, we could have invited you into the town. I'm fine right here. Alright. Well, Tio, come on. And Bowser and the other guys start coming back. And Bowser waits for Kethix, who kind of is eyeing Harpo. Is Ilaria going to stay or withdraw with them?
She's going to linger to ask Harpo a few questions by herself.
Okay. Alright. The others start to fall back. Bowser stops here. Kethix is not leaving yet. And Bowser only goes so far, and then he stops, and he's kind of watching her, and he's kind of hee-hawing here at the edge of the bridge. The others immediately go back to start talking to the others. So remember his name. Let me put fucking T.O. There we go. Alright.
Okay, and under somewhat hushed voices so Bowser can't hear, I'll ask Harpo. So what tidings do you bring from the mountain, Great Mountain King? Hope you're here on your own accord and not on others.
Unfortunately, Ilaria, Kethix, I'm here on business.
I think there's more business to be had south of here. Black Citadel has risen.
I know. Why are you two here then?
I just came from the front. I had a day off. I thought I'd come visit Kethix. This is a happy coincidence.
I was surprised that Kethix was here. He'll give her a half a smile. I didn't realize who it was until she said her name. Then he'll look over towards Iditarod over there. You made it into the Skyguard.
No. Yes, just recently. The past month or so.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Hopefully I can do some good in there.
So did the Lyceum send you here?
I shook my head, no. No, they sent me to the front. Like I said, I just happened to pass through.
What's your interest here?
I live in Lyria, Harpo. That is my interest.
Is that it?
What are you getting at, Harpo? You can speak freely with me, you know that.
He'll look around across the river towards the town, past you guys. His gaze will shift longer. Then he'll pull back and focus on you two again. I just was surprised to see you two here. I know that you live in Shady Bower. It's a bit to the east of there.
East?
Yeah, Etece Meadows is to the east.
East, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
So
saying
Shady Bower would be to the west of here.
Fuck my head. I certainly hope that the Great Mountain King hasn't decided to move out from under his mountain. There's too much strife in the world right now, Harpo. You shouldn't be making plays like this. If this is what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
What I hope it isn't, or is what I half think it is, that you're here to annex Etece Meadows. I didn't realize you had anywhere nearby.
He shirks one shoulder and kind of rotates a little bit. I was considering it. But that's not my plans. So what are your plans then? I'm not here to conquer. Then what are you here for? He just kind of stands there and stares at her for a moment. You should know. He'll look at you, Ilaria, completely ignoring Kethix's question. You should know that I've evicted the Dothradar dwarves.
I see. Do you think there are some here?
No, they didn't make it this far.
It's unfortunate. I'd hoped that we could have saved them, but perhaps not.
They were fools.
No. Fools that might have been saved if there was enough resources to go around to educate them on how stupid they were. Fortunately, there was little we could do about that. Including, or has Harpo been attacked yet?
Yes.
Okay. That's right, yeah. Including those that had that scuffle with you. The young one from the Lyceum. He showed promise. I think we could have convinced him if you had just waited and not been brash. Such is the nature of dwarves, I guess.
Which one?
His name is Airden. Red hair.
Oh. There were two from the Lyceum.
Really? What was the other? We only found one.
Corbett was with them.
That explains a lot.
Ilaria, you and Kethix should leave. Your being here adds an extra layer of complication that I do not need.
I don't wish to complicate anything unless you plan on showing force. Then there may be complications to be had. I could help you if you would let me know what your aim was, but you don't wish to, and I can't help you. And as a member of the guard, I must pose resistance at the very least. Or at least be here to witness it.
Harpo, you gotta tell us something. We can't just walk away and let you kill everybody here. He'll glance at Kethix.
Well, he just keeps looking at Harpo like, I mean, that could be what he's here for. She doesn't know.
Oh, now I know what you think of me, Cathix. Well, you're not here with flowers. Trying to decide whether I can still trust you or not. Unfortunately, I don't have enough information to make that decision.
I can still consider you part of the Cabal, Harpo. There's only one person I'd tell any of this to, unless, of course, you plan on slaughtering everyone. That's a little bit different than protecting you.
I won't unless I have to. I decided to not.
Well, that's good.
But if the Margrave of Etece Meadows comes, I may kill him.
Because?
How close are you to the Duke?
Fairly.
The reports I've received about him says he's a very sturdy fellow, unflappable. Is that true?
I suppose so. That's one way of putting it. He's not unable to be convinced, but I don't think a show of force would do it. We convinced him by proving to him that we were correct.
Maybe you can help then.
I'd like to, if I can.
I need you to convince him to do two things. One's really the main one. I need him to come here or to send a representative. It does not matter. And I need him to come with his army.
And what do you need the great army of Lyriel for?
I don't. They will, though.
Against who?
They're about to complete their ritual.
I see.
It's very important that they feel a great urgency to come here with their army.
Since motive 17, about the ritual.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, best as you can tell is he seems still as dead-faced as ever, but he seems sincere about that point. especially that point.
Okay. All right. Nod. I see. I'll do what I can. I hope you don't betray me, Harpo. Hope you haven't been too influenced by... I'll trail off. Your company.
I hope you haven't. By your company.
And what company is that?
The Lyceum.
I'm not sure. Yeah, well... No institution ever made was ever perfect.
Ilaria. What would you think it would take for me to get the elves mobilized?
I've already tried. I've spoken with them. They know what is coming. They know that it is more urgent than they did previously.
And what are they going to do? You've spoken with them. Spoken.
Yes, I've spoken with them. As of now, it could go either way.
And they
You know that they could most likely not. It's unfortunate. I hope we made a very good point that they live here now, even if they can leave and go elsewhere. But they do have that option. So it will always be difficult to convince them. I don't think they will act before the ritual is complete. Afterwards, they might.
Wow. If you're loyal to Lyriel, then you might want to assist Bowser. The Duke has 24 hours. And then I will raise Etece Meadows.
No, sorry. I'll see what I can do, Harpo.
He nods, scratches the whiskers on his cheek.
I'll trail off towards Bowser.
Kethix will just glare at him a little bit. And then turn
He'll give
away.
us signal for Aubrey to hop across the river or fly across the river.
Okay. Alright.
And I'll go tell Bowser, I want to go speak with the Duke.
Hey. Bowser coughs a little bit and then says, actually, Kethix says, what about the Margrave? When do you think he'll get back? Well, if the runner gets to hold of him, should be within the hour. Assuming it'll be a few hours back. Probably won't be till after sunset. I'm not sure how things will go when that happens.
Oh, same. Lara's obviously conflicted. I hope that everything works out for the best. Must go.
Go where?
I was going to speak with the Duke. I look around. I think I'll wait till after the Margrave's back in case... Yeah, I'll wait.
Are you going to?
To the Duke? Sure.
She goes over and tells Bowser. Says goodbye, says she'll be back shortly. Won't take her that long. And he nods. Okay. And do you want to wait till the Margrave returns?
How long do they think it'll be?
A couple hours.
How long does it take to get to Lyriel from here? Can you zoom out? When I zoom out, give me another map. Zoom out, enhance.
So it's 50 miles away.
Okay, so
As the crow
almost
flies.
in about a day's travel.
Eagle, Uncle. It is an eagle.
Okay, so yeah, I could get there. It'd be late, but yeah. Be no way I get back in time for the Margrave thing.
Not sure if you could in that amount of time.
What's that?
Not sure if you could get there and back in that.
No, I couldn't. Oh, it's okay. 'Cause I think I'll wait until the Margrave comes, so I can be here as a deterrent. I'll meet you in there tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm not going to stay there.
And all right then. Just tell the Duke that I am also nearby should he need my input.
Why do you think Harpo's doing this?
That ritual. I think they're about to awaken their god.
Do you think he's fighting with them?
I think he's trying to muster forces against him. I'll look mostly convinced by that, but obviously glimmer of doubt. I don't know. I believe he's opposed to them, but cannot be certain.
Well, I can fly there quickly. I'll try to be back in time.
Okay. All right.
So Kethix is going to take off by herself to go to there. You're going to stay with Bowser and Tio, waiting for the Margrave to return. Which you find out that he was out patrolling, or he was actually out hunting. So they sent somebody to fetch him. In the meanwhile, you just see Harpo kind of just walking around, just pacing. He just kind of loiters, and he'll talk to some of the people there. But the huge army across the way is just completely unmoving. It doesn't even move the slightest inch. Okay. All right. 1 die 3, Fate Keeper.
Kyle.
Okay, it's Ilaria again. All right. Go ahead and roll that again.
I try real hard.
There we go.
All right, I want to get a drink.
Kurtal.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's John time.
Kurtal, yeah. Let's see. Let's get some NPCs.
Last we saw her, I was in Yamwin's office.
Yes. Okay.
Or whatever this one's name is. I want to call her Euripides, but I'm not sure that's correct.
It's not.
Albrith, that's right.
Okay.
Here we are. Top left. My god, it's dark in here. Thank you.
All right. And you are meeting with Albrith. Okay. I was giving you the opportunity, if you wanted to speak to her or ask any more questions, you could.
I appreciate the pun, Tucker.
Right.
Took me a second, and I was like, yeah. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, sorry. It was doing that weird thing that I wasn't holding down right-click, but the map was fucking flying everywhere when I moved my mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurtal just accepted the chance to train under her when he was here, or while he was here. So, there's it. Okay, so, forgive me for asking, but I've never seen you here at the Lyceum, and recent times notwithstanding, I've been here for a good while.
I have been here. For a short while, only.
Well, where have you been in the meantime, if you don't mind my asking?
I do.
Fair. I know not to pry. Believe you me. I suppose another question I should ask is, while I'm happy to learn under you, would I maintain my previous job that I had? While I was here at the Lyceum, I would often work as Namwin's assistant in his classes.
Are you are you sufficiently skilled for that job?
I would like to think so, yes, but I suppose as you are a different teacher, it would be up for you to decide whether or not I am sufficient enough by your tastes.
Were you a producer or a teacher?
I taught more often than not.
I shall watch you hold class. Your next class. If you're sufficient, you may retain your job.
Fair enough. I do plan on being here while I work on another spell, but I will have time, and I'll be more than happy to take the opportunity.
Who else is in your cabal?
Well, aside from myself, there are several others. Are you asking for names, or just...
Yes.
Well,
I'm trying to remember.
well, we have the two new folk in our cabal. There's Eridia Mortensen. She's peppy, I suppose is a good word for her. Kind-hearted as well. Wants to be a crafter of some sort. Sollyn the only Drider at the Lyceum, aside from his son, who is in the Candlelight program.
His name is familiar to me.
Well, apparently his family had some sway back in the Darklands, though I wouldn't know too much about that, personally.
He is from the Darklands.
Yes, his family came up here to... I believe it was to retreat from the coming troubles that were happening down there, and he found his way to the Lyceum after revealing he had some wizard training at the academy that they had down in the Darklands.
Oh. Curious. Even though she said it, she did not seem it. Whom else?
Poogie, Vine Dancer, Goblin. Very kind, very bright. Rolun Stone Scroll. He's a conjurer. Very skilled at it if you want to conjure beasts. Bit stubborn. Katrina Hart, I'm sure you've heard of her parents. Very good diviner in her own right as well. And then there's Ilaria Shadowwalker and Harpo Killig. And those are the students, not counting our custodians. Stop it. Sorry, dude.
So you are the Cabal, with the Katrina Hart and the Mountain King.
We are one We are the infamous Cabal, yes.
And you have the drow.
Ilaria? Yes, well, she's part of my Cabal.
I've heard about your Cabal. I've read several reports.
We've heard that a lot.
It's a good and bad thing.
Depends who wrote the reports.
Exactly.
Sollyn. He is a Drider.
He is.
Yes. I know who your Cabal is now. Thank you. Is there something else I can do for you?
Well, like I said, I was just coming here to be nostalgic, I suppose. But if you would like for me to leave so you may accommodate yourself with what is left in here, then I will take my leave.
If you wish to be nostalgic, you may. I have things to do. And she turns towards the desk and begins going through a stack of papers one by one, perusing them.
Can you stop checking your microphone?
Jesus fuck, dude.
Sorry, dude. I was going over the Cabal 1 thing to make sure I was saying everybody's name right. Ah, fuck, what was I going to do? Anyway, if you've read the reports, I'm sure you have some preconceived notions about my Cabal and myself. If there's any questions I can answer to help assuage any concerns you may have, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
She'll stop, turn and look at you again. She swivels her whole body. She doesn't just turn her head. Why would I be concerned?
A lot of people, when they read the reports of our Cabal, well, they tend to rely on the events that happened when we were still very young, and less on how we've matured since then.
Which events?
Also, the things that happened between myself and Katrina back in Swallowfeld, and the later interactions between Harpo and outsider forces.
This reputation bothers you.
No, personally it does not. I believe we've grown past it. And we have proven ourselves to be more capable than people had previously assumed of us. You can look at our results in Lyriel for a prime example.
I am aware of everything you have done. I think you should be most concerned about the reputation regarding your third eye.
More often than not, I've just forgotten I had it. I'm so accustomed to the fact. Unless you mean... Gods, what is that cult called again? The Penitents?
Oh. Yeah, third eye, three eye penitence, so third eye penitence, all of that.
Three-eyed penitence.
Yeah. Well, Kurtal, he heard about them once or twice, so he's not super... Yeah. No, despite this, and he'll gesture his forehead, I will be very clear in my stance that I have nothing to do with the penitents.
I was not speaking of the penitents. I was speaking of your haphazard alchemical techniques.
Oh, that. Well, I'd like to think that I learned from the experience, since it happened when I was still very much learning the techniques of alchemy.
How could you have learned from your techniques when you said you've almost forgotten that it was there?
Because I've grown accustomed to it and have accepted it as a part of my failings. It does not mean I have forgotten it entirely, but I have taken the lessons and put them at the forefront of my mind rather than my failures.
And you have not resolved it?
It has proven more useful than not, actually. It seems to help me when it comes to weighing a person's character at a time.
So you would recommend that all students do this mistake?
No, I would recommend that, if it were possible, to safely replicate the result, then it should be attempted as an example of what could become very beneficial alchemy to other people. If I generated an extra eye, who could say that it would not be able to generate extra eyes for those who had lost them in battle, or perhaps extra limbs if the potion itself could be modified for those who have been harmed, scarred, or maimed by what adventures have happened here in the Lyceum. Yes, it may be an extra eye for me, but I have seen soldiers and warriors who have lost one or both their eyes and would greatly benefit from having...
Have you replicated these results?
No, not recently.
Have you attempted to do so?
No, there have been other matters. Though if...
So what are your alchemical achievements, other than a mistake?
Identification of Noctoria's nectar. There was the Bile of the Beyond that I brought in. Several potions, the identification of a rampant drug in the city of Naran, and successfully learning that recipe to later use it as an identifier and possibly to help wean them off of it, and to help cure them. I will admit, Sages, that I am not as accomplished in alchemy as I should be for someone of my rank and reputation. But I'm hoping that, under your guidance, I can change that.
I believe Namoan coddled you.
Perhaps he did.
I believe he favored you. And this led you to believe that you were more accomplished as an alchemist than you truly are. If you wish to earn my favor, you will have to earn it through work and achievement, not through affection or companionship.
Then I will perform this class, and hopefully that will be the first step in improving myself through those achievements. Was there a specific date you wanted me to do this for you, or did you want me to come in and notify you when I was ready?
I have a paper here. Following Namoan's records is challenging for anyone. This note mentions you, as many do. Says you were in the process of acquiring something for him. What was it?
Ingredients to help with a condition called... Sorry if you can hear that train in the background, you guys. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Apparently somebody's being mowed down by the E-line. Hey. Okay, I was waiting to see if it was done. He was asking me to acquire some ingredients for a condition he called being spell-broken.
Yes. He did mention this. He was attempting to replicate the effects.
He was looking for parts of a dragon. A bit of dragon muscle and blood.
Finally, She'll show a bit of expression. Her eyes will narrow slightly. Her very large eyes, her almond eyes. Now they're like almond slices. Did you procure these items for him?
I have a means to.
Just fucking geese now. What the fuck are you? You got trains and geese. What the fuck?
I have my windows open because we don't have air conditioning on here and it's hot as shit.
I understand.
And there's a little pond outside and the fucking geese are always there because old people throw bread at their faces.
I understand. People from Central America can't handle the heat.
He's in the same state as you.
I know, I'm fucking with it, dude. Just, you be quiet. Go back to playing whatever you're doing.
Poor Tucker.
So she asked if you procured the items. What did you say?
I said, no, but I have the means to, if it was absolute.
Good. I will await these.
And what do you wish to do with them?
What is your rank, Kurtal Urlin?
Wizard third, Sages.
Does that make you appear with the Sagas?
No, it doesn't. I simply ask for personal curiosity and for the fact that the means in which I can get them coincide with orders I was given by an Archsagus. Wait, Arch-Magi or Sagi? Which one's higher?
Magi.
Okay, so yeah, Sagus would be the one below.
Sagas
Like,
is always
No,
higher.
Sagus was the higher.
Yeah, that's which one was the higher one. You said...
Archmagus
No,
is higher
sorry.
than Sagas.
Yeah.
It's Magus, Sagas, Archmagus, Archsagas.
How do you
Yeah,
guys
well-
get confused still?
I don't know, man.
Because it's a lot of words.
Anyways.
And I was trying to remember, fucking...
Ulysses.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Napoleon. I was like, that's not fucking right.
I mean, same vein, yeah.
It's Archmagus, if you're talking
Yeah,
about...
it was Ulysses.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember Ulysses' rank because he's like, protect these fucking dragons, you dumb fucks.
So what was your statement?
I'm asking because it coincides with my own personal curiosities and possibly with orders that I have received from an Archmagus. Or Sagus. You know, whichever is the appropriate one. I'm going to make myself a bit of coffee after we finish this so I can keep my head on straight.
There was an assignment. Being spellbroken. It is a condition from long ago. Where mortals can be permanently disconnected from both mana and pith. We are attempting to replicate that ancient condition.
I suppose it would be the safest way to cut someone off in order to release them of their power. Sages, forgive me if I sound presumptuous, but I do have your word that the dragon I harvested from, whoever it is, would not be harmed with the process, would they?
I do not see why he would be, no.
Simply because I know of the ravenous greed that some wizards have when it comes to dealing with parts of a dragon due to their value and intrinsic magical properties. So, again, forgive me if I spoke out of turn. It's just, as I said, a personal and professional concern I have.
I understand why you asked. Now you know. Are you going to be able to procure these items?
Kurtal sort of rub his chin. I will be able to, if not soon, then the next time I can teleport myself to where I can get it. Would you be asking for the same amount? Namwin previously asked for about a small vial's worth and a small vial's worth of blood and about enough muscle, about the size of the tip of the finger, the first knuckle.
That should suffice, at a minimum. If you can procure more, that would be better.
Perhaps we just speak with the Golden Panther, constantly know. Yes, I will see what I can do about getting it as soon as possible, and if I cannot get it from my nearby resource, then I will teleport as expediently as I can.
Excellent. I would also appreciate if you could acquire a few other things for me.
Uncle?
Yes?
Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Oh. I would also appreciate if you could acquire some other items for me.
And Kurtal will pull out a bit of paper and snap the quill spell.
I need blood from another source as well. This blood should come from the heart of a fey-touched, preferably a child. An elf could work, but they would be as distant as I would go.
Fey touch, do you mean... Are we speaking elves like those from Equeth, or are we speaking elves like from a different plane of some sort?
I am not
I've
speaking
only
of
heard
the
that...
Ilfin.
Hmm.
If you can acquire it from an elf, I believe that would work. But it should be no more diluted than that. Gnomes would work as well.
And the heart blood, that will be the sticking point there, but I'll see what I can do. I'm trained in enough healing that I might be able to safely extract some.
I am confident you will find a way. Hopefully you will not have to kill anybody to do it. If you must.
I'd rather...
Sometimes unfortunate things must happen to create greater things.
Will there be anything else, or will that be it?
The last thing I need. I also need some blood of a basilisk.
A lot of blood. And again, that's the most pure form of one's essence apart from their soul, so that would make sense if you're trying to make something out of it. Kurtal's just kind of muttering under his breath as he's rolling the ideas of how this could be used around in his head.
That is all I will need from you.
Alright. So, dragon muscle and blood. Heart blood of a fey touch. And basilisk blood. Well, I know where to get well, how to get 2 of those at least. The third might be a bit of a difficulty, but I'm sure if I can get to the menagerie, I can at least find someone to direct me in the right place.
For your next teaching class, I would also require an itinerary of everything you're going to be covering for the next several months, including any productions you're going to be creating, and any inventory you're going to require.
Of course. I was thinking something along the lines of something simple like a mage armor potion to start out with, and maybe more advanced if they can prove themselves.
I will also be writing a list of things that we need produced. You can use your class if you wish to assist you in meeting those quotas, but you will be the responsible party.
Alright, and how many days of the week should these classes be scheduled for? I would not want to step on any toes for anybody who's teaching other classes, or step on yours if you are to be teaching on the same day.
To start, just one.
One day out of the week? Or just one
day.
class? Alright.
Then we will assign the schedule.
Very well then. I'll get to gathering the ingredients and writing up a schedule for the class.
Thank you, Kurtal.
Sages.
And then she turns back forward, starts rifling through the papers again. Every once in a while, she'll stop and make a note or write something down on a separate set of pile of papers.
Yeah, and Kurtal will sort of walk over here, pause. He's going to go around here, get Namwin's stool that he used, aside from the one that's behind the desk here, and he's just going to tuck it in the corner before walking out.
Okay. Okay. And then we have the pollinator. That's you, roly-poly.
The pollinator?
The pollinator.
I think that's a stretch.
You don't like pollinator?
I like the Rolinator.
The rollinator, pollinator.
So where the fuck do I find a basilisk?
The mountains.
Yeah.
Oops.
And how do
Or
I get...
you can go
Menagerie
to
might.
the menagerie. Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
they probably have it.
Well, I'm just saying, it's going to the menagerie, and if they don't have one, they can probably tell me where to find one.
Yep.
Speak with one of the dragons, see if they want to donate any muscle or blood.
You can always steal it from this black dragon we just sent to the Lyceum.
Just take off some deer flights. Unpolymorph it turns into like a big pile of dragon.
So, Kurtal was
Needs to be
walking
studied.
Kurtal was walking some razor wire when it came to that little encounter.
Isn't that? Wouldn't that be fucking funny? Like you just see a wizard bring around a bunch of livestock, and they're like cut off states and all in polymorph. It turns out they're all like rhinos, just giant fucking animals. They just slice off and make big.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's Barbet, isn't it? I think
Barbet.
so.
Barbet.
Okay.
It's
She didn't introduce herself. I just remember the fucking.
the accent is still on the bar, so don't go Barbet. It's Barbet.
Okay.
Okay.
Had fucking Oliver Twist bring me here. I had to remember.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, but I will open this up so you can read it. I added a description and
I already read it.
improve the picture for you.
Oh, it's a different picture?
Cool.
It looks like the same picture.
Maybe it is. Then.
It's zoomed out somewhat. Now it's got the full body as well.
Mhm.
Oh, this is different from last time? I already read this.
The picture.
Uncle, go to the bathroom.
All right, going to the bathroom. You can do, by the way, if you know You can attempt a knowledge local or history. Knowledge local would be Southeast Harn, the best closest you got to that, which is probably going to be Eclipsia if you have that. But otherwise, you can do a history at a major penalty.
I've done Eclipsia.
Yeah, I would see the hints like, okay.
Jesus
It
Christ.
could also be that he just
I'm back.
teleported it somewhere else instead of it being a bonded item.
Exactly, yeah.
How long does it take you to piss? Jesus, that was like a solid 5 minutes.
I had to jerk off quick.
That wasn't
Yeah.
a solid
Tuck,
5 minutes.
wait a second, Tucker. What are you talking about? When you're like, I got to the bathroom. 45 minutes later.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's if I have to take a dump. If I have to go to the bathroom, like, piss, I'm done. 30 seconds, I'm back.
Give Tucker credit though. He goes to the dump like once a week.
It's true.
Once a session.
It just depends on what you eat, man. If it's pizza, I'm good. But if it's Mexican,
God,
you're gonna see me less.
one of my roommates keeps turning off the fucking AC, and it's
Oh,
like
God.
fucking 90 degrees in my goddamn room right now. I'll be right back.
Ah, man, I hate people like that. I just stab them. Just
Yeah.
fucking stab them.
Exactly.
Put thumb tats in his shoes.
Honestly, stab them. I really want to hear like on the news, like in the middle, just got role player playing Pathfinder.
Fucking nerd plays a
Well,
game
you're
and
not-
stabs his friend,
well,
connects
well,
video
well,
games
well,
to
you're not
violence.
gonna beat the fucking Facebook streamer killer, for fuck's sake. God damn.
Yeah. That should
Just
become
do
a
that.
trend.
No, it shouldn't.
Here's the weird thing though. Since we don't get we have essentially like we get free electricity and water. Well, not free. We pay rent, but we get electricity and water up to a certain point, and then there's overage charges. Because of
Am I
that.
the only one? Oh, sorry. You were speaking. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Your thing's possibly more important.
No, it's absolutely not.
Oh, but yeah. So like we can afford, because it doesn't cost us anything, to keep the AC on like 65 all the time. But like he changes it all the way up to like 71 and then turns it off.
You know what? He's probably one of those idiots that don't realize how a fucking thermostat works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly.
There are a lot of fucking people that believe that a thermostat, like,
Blows that temperature of air, yeah.
yeah, well, and if the temperature drops below the thermostat, like for AC, they think it could still turn on. Like, I gotta up the thermostat so it doesn't kick on because it's cold in here.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's below the temperature, it's not gonna fucking kick on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because he doesn't just like turn like it up; he turns it completely off,
Right.
and it gets fucking
That's
hot in this house.
That's fucking stupid. Why would he turn it off?
Exactly. It's not like we
Anyway,
can have the windows open either because it's fucking raining all the time now.
Uncle, what the hell was it you were gonna say?
oh yeah, all these people killing people, you know, like Facebook killer. You know, am I the only one that believes that it's not really what they're doing that's wrong? It's just they need a better selection process.
They need to
Yeah.
pick better targets.
Yeah, instead of who should I kill, option A, someone else, it should be option B, themselves, if they're gonna try to kill other people. Just
No,
out
no,
of
no.
spite.
Well,
I mean-
well, he did. He
I
did.
Well, I mean, he
Sorry.
did, but he shouldn't have killed like some old guy before
He
he
needs
did
to
it.
pick better targets. Okay, he should have gone to the Antifa rally with Stickman
Yes.
and shot
Yes.
Antifas. I don't know why he didn't. He's on 4chan for fuck's sake. I mean, he knows the news. Should have just went there.
I'm telling you, all these people going around shooting up a fucking nightclub. I mean, come on.
What?
You can
What?
pick
What?
better
Are,
targets. I mean, have some motivation.
I mean, if you're gonna try and kill someone, you might as well try and kill someone in politics.
Have a
everyone knows
filtering
their
process. Narrow it down. Use some fucking factors or something. You know, some type of measurements. Something.
Geometry.
Yeah.
a college student with colored dreadlocks. There you go.
There you go. All right. All right. So Barbie.
You started
Bada bing.
recording again?
Barbie.
I've been recording.
Barbie.
So
Fuck
about
this.
YouTube, I am not encouraging anybody to go out and kill anybody, but if you do, I'm just saying it should be worthwhile and be a benefit to society. There are a lot of people that don't really need to live. Even though everybody deserves to live, there's a lot of people that don't need to live.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. So if you're going to kill somebody, not that I think you should, but if you're planning to and you're going to do it anyway, help us out a little bit. kill some people that really don't need to be here.
Make the
Go
world
to
better.
Uncle Bounce's Tumblr and look up his list of people you should kill. Make the world a better place.
What
with
do you
murder.
mean on Tumblr? You should put like a list in like the fucking YouTube description.
Chris, if you plan on killing a bunch of people before you kill yourself,
Jesus.
I don't think you should do
Nobody
that.
knows who Chris is. Whoever watches this is gonna be like, "Who is this Chris student? Why do you hate him?"
Oh, I can't wait if this thing just like blows up one day to be like, who's this fucking Chris person?
Who's
We'll
this
get-
Chris
We'll
person?
get Uncle to show you Parade's character sheet later. That's who Chris is.
Mm-hmm.
Neutral lawful.
Exactly.
Fucking
Right.
neutral asshole.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So, Barbie, you walk to the center of the island, and you see a woman dressed in very distinctive and colorful and very nice-looking clothing. I don't know. She looks pretty much just like in her picture at the moment. And you, with your impressive knowledge, Eclipsia check, you're like, it's a woman.
I think. Pretty sure.
I'm thinking it's a woman. Okay, now do a perception check to see if you notice her pointy ear. She's only got one.
That's not fair. It says in the what? Rolun can't read the fucking description.
No.
It's
not
not
just
just
float above our heads.
Oh, come on! Tell me he sees the ears.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yep,
It's
yeah,
15.
he sees. That's fine.
Alright. Can that also carry over to another question?
What?
Does she have pointy teeth?
Pointy teeth?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like fangs or all of them?
No, fangs.
Alright, Chris, it's fucking daylight.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. You know what? You know what? Those fuckers are crafty. Alright, I just have to make sure.
She's wearing a skin suit, that's all.
Yeah.
Rolun goes up. Can you make me a vampire?
No, that's a whole different connotation for me. This for y'all. Oh, fuck. Where's the cold blood pirate when we need him? Vampire. Okay. Well, what's up? He doesn't know what she is. I'm assuming.
And she turns, smiles at you. Remember, she was looking away from you at first.
Yeah.
Her scimitar slaps her ass as she turns.
Wish I was that scimitar. God damn.
You are Rolun. Good, good. I'm glad to have met you finally. I am Barbie Bassot. And she will offer out her hand, and she holds her hands horizontally, her hand.
Okay, I know how that works. But he'd come up. Good afternoon. And he'd take it and put it. Hang on. I want to make sure.
Crotch.
I want to make sure you don't fuck it up. Hang on. Is it?
I like
Would
how
it be-
he takes her hand and puts it like, what?
Would it be? Would he kiss it? Would he put it to his forehead? Which one's proper?
You don't know. That was the knowledge check.
Which one is it, Uncle?
You don't know.
You
Are you
don't know
talking
where
about-
she's from.
You know proper etiquette for Eclipsia? All right, you can do a nobility. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going, dude. Let's see how far it goes.
Does it matter?
It might.
It never hurts to add that extra gravy.
For Eclipsia, you
Well,
know,
just we're
that
on.
it would be proper to just fucking just take her hand and shake it.
What about Athul?
In Athul, you wouldn't shake hands.
That's weird. Okay, whatever. He just take it and put it up and just shake it. Kind of weirdly, I guess.
She'll straighten her hand as you start flapping her arm up and down. Yes, it is very good to meet you. She pulls her hand away.
I don't believe we've met before.
No, we have not. But I know you. I was sent to speak with you. Sorry. I was sent to speak with you. I have a message. Some news I must give you. From your brother.
Which?
From the one in Azadmir.
He sends news, does he? Then please do tell.
He asked for you to come and see him. But he assumed that you would be busy, as you have been. All of you. You can do a sense motive check if you wish.
That sleight of hand. Woo!
Alright, you notice on one side of her mouth she kind of smirks a little bit when she makes that statement.
Uh-huh. Well, he's right in that assumption then.
Would you walk with me?
Of course.
This way, please. And she gestures in that direction.
I didn't see you. Which way? Okay. Of course. Do. Is there a way that goes this way?
Yes.
Okay.
You realize that you are now crossing into Athulan land.
Uh-huh.
She walks out through this entrance and over to here. She walks up to this tree, turns around, and then leans her back up against it. Just kind of leans there, looks at you.
I've been to Azadmir before. Which part of the city are you from?
I am from Azadmir.
He'd shrug. How has the rebuilding been?
It is slow. There is still much damage done to the city, but it is building fast. Or, not fast, it is building steady.
Good to hear.
Rolun, I have a message. Harpo asked me to pass on a request to you and the rest of your Cabal. But he did mention you specifically. I am to convince you to take up a task on his behalf. To travel west and to end the war between Athul and the Golden Panther.
Easier said than done.
Perhaps I will be able to help you do this.
Do tell.
Well, I believe that Harpo believes that your family does have connections in Athul. This will help you do this. If you do not believe that your family status will assist you in this matter, or assist enough, I know somebody, personally, who might be able to help you reach the Golden Panther. You can discuss this matter with him. Either way, it is extremely urgent that you must end this war swiftly.
I don't suppose that he realizes that if he was going for diplomacy, he did not pick one of the better brothers. But I will try, I suppose. Lose his content.
She eyes you for a moment, curiously. So you are not going to try to convince Athul you prefer to approach it through the Golden Panther?
I do not want to drag my family into this. They have suffered enough for the time being.
Is your name alone not enough? You could go see them.
I could. I will try then, I suppose.
If you wish to go the route of the Golden Panther, which I believe is risky, but if there's no other option, you may go that way. You will have to go to Golotha. There is a farmer near there. He is just someone who works the land. I believe he has goats. But he also farms gourds. His name is Hostess. He also makes bread. If you go to him, he can help you get into Golotha. However, I do not believe that the Golden Panther will be receptive to you. Harpo has reached out to you specifically because of your connections with Athul. We have already reached out to the Golden Panther. So has Athul. So has everybody. He is not receptive to anybody. But if you wish to attempt that, Hostess will be able to get you inside. You must convince Athul to not only stop the war, but to withdraw the army from their western border.
All right.
This is what Harpo requests of you.
All right. I'll see what I can do. It shouldn't be too hard to talk to some of the higher-ups there, I suppose. In Athul.
That is good. And what shall I tell him in return?
I will see to my family. I will see to what they can offer and what they can do for his cause. I agree in that going to Golotha is a poor idea. A risky one, to boot. That will be a very distant plan B.
She nods. Then I can assure him that you will do this.
As best that I can.
Oh, Rolun, I know you'll be able to do this. Harpo would not have appointed you if he did not think you could.
As I said, diplomacy is not my strongest suit, but it is a suit I will wear nonetheless.
She nods. Is there anything else you wish for me to inform him when I return?
Tell my sister that I'm sorry, that I must postpone my visit again.
I will try to do that. She smiles. But I do not believe she'll be happy with this information. You put your life in very risky jeopardy by postponing a second time, Rolun.
Well, it is. Perhaps it is time then. It is up to him then. If I am to start now and be done with this task he has given me, I should start now. If not, then I will go there and postpone his task.
No. Do that first. That is very important. You should assist them in facilitating this as swiftly as possible.
Of course, I don't intend to let a war drag on longer than I am attempting to stop it.
That is it then. It was a pleasure to meet you. I have heard much about you. I cannot wait to meet the rest of your Cabal.
Most of it good, I hope. Although I assume no.
No,
Knowing my sister.
to the contrary, everything has been good news and well wishes regarding each of you.
Good. Then, if you needed anything else personally...
No. Thank you.
And thank you.
She'll just stand there.
And he'd bow. And he'd kind of hurriedly walk off back to the boats. He'd start packing, throw some... Okay.
Oh, Rolun.
Yes.
She'll kick away from the tree and walk over to you. Then she'll reach into a pocket on the side of her vest there and pull out a little coin and hold it up towards you. It is a single platinum piece. And upon it is the royal emblem of Zadmir. And on the back is some type of design with a crest and some motto that says, I don't know, Mountain King rules. I don't know. And,
Fair enough.
And
Ancient as it mirrored, what does it say?
rules.
The Mountain
Anyways.
King is fucking rad.
but
It's
you
just
do
like
notice
sun-
that in the back of it, there is the Stoutmint family emblem on the back of the coin. Your sister sent this.
I can't whistle, or else he'd whistle.
It's best I
Yeah,
can do.
that.
Best I can do. It's not very good.
Please don't. It makes it so horrible on recordings.
I know.
Goodness.
Rolun. You should never trust that anybody is who they say they are. At least not without some type of proof. She sent this. She wanted to let you know that the first pressing was successful.
I'll have to meet the mentor on my visit then.
She'll smile, nod, and then turn in place, kind of a swivel, and then start to sashay away.
Alright. He'd take it and run it over in his hands, and as he's just... Okay, boat back to Eclipsia. Time to pack again.
Okay.
Jesus. Oh, fuck, I'm gone.
Okay, back to the blue bitch.
Oh, Sollyn doesn't get to go again?
God damn.
Oh, Sollyn.
Why?
Yeah, that's right, Sollyn. I forgot. He just got yelled at.
Watching out for you, buddy.
I'm gonna go make some tacos. I'll be right there.
Sollyn, what are you doing?
Sollyn just got out of Wolon's office, correct?
Right.
Well, since I'm up, he would probably... did he get up in the morning, or was it like a midday nap sort of thing?
You slept all morning and afternoon this evening.
Sollyn's going to go... he's going to, if not today, over the next couple days, at some point visit Maligan, talk to him, and he's going to work on spending more time with Maligan since he's in the Lyceum for now, since he's able to. And at some point, he would try to meet Wolon's replacement when he found time. Or not Wolon's.
Namwin's?
God, he wishes. Namwin's replacement.
Yeah. He wishes.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
if Kurtal mentioned anything to him, although...
Yeah, he wouldn't have.
No.
Actually,
But
the
yeah,
fucking
he's-
worst about that. Jesus.
But no, like, I figure Kurtal might have offhandedly mentioned that he met with the new alchemy professor, and someone be like, oh yeah.
Let me double check when. Let me double check when Kurtal got back versus when Rolun and Sollyn got back.
If not, Sollyn would eventually remember, oh yeah, I need to take alchemy classes. Not sure why, because I'm not an alchemist, but...
Yeah. There's only one of those in the whole Lyceum. It's never gonna get old.
But, yeah, he would go to meet her at some point as well as spend more time with his son.
Okay.
Possibly, if his sister wanted, offering to take his son off her hands for a time while he's in town.
Oh, she's very happy about that.
Gotta get him out of here.
Yep.
Assuming no one else in the Cabal minds him hanging out. But then again, Sollyn doesn't really give a shit because none of them are really here, and the ones who are, Roland's off, like, counting coins, and Kurtal's...
Yeah, you get back like 4 days after Kurtal gets back, so...
But I mean, would you still tell him? I mean, this is, if you were there before him, that means you have the information, then you could give it to him.
So this is going to be... We're now up to the 24th.
So everybody's caught up on the timeline, I guess.
Actually, we're up to like the 28th.
The current date in timeline still says 4725.
Does it?
Yeah, all the way a timeline at the bottom.
Wait, timeline?
Yeah, it's gonna be real confusing for me being the timekeeper because we're working with 3 different timelines on 3 different groups of people.
You and me are up at the same one now.
No, we're all up to 28th of Lamashin. Okay.
Down the timeline under where it says Cabal 2, like the main tab.
Oh. Oh yeah. Cabal 2.
That's Cabal 2, not Cabal 1.
Both Cabals are in 4726.
Okay,
Not
gotcha.
under the Cabal 2 tab, but directly under that tab where it says timeline. Where we have all our history information like Aridin ascends, the Humbling begins,
Mhm.
Athul and Crusade. All the little handouts about history.
Oh. Timeline.
I know you have more tabs there than we do, but
Oh, okay. Current year. Thank you.
doesn't matter that much. But
No, I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't update that very often, as you've noticed.
I still don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
In the Roll20 handouts under the timeline folder.
Okay.
the last
I
one
didn't
there
realize
says
there's a timeline folder.
it's where we have the information on Earthfall and Blackwater Wars, etc.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Now I understand. I forgot
But yeah,
about
would-
that folder
would Kurtal-
entirely.
Would Kurtal mention anything to Sollyn when he eventually saw him? Like, oh, I met with the new alchemy professor. I know you should probably do the same because you're also an alchemy student.
Or do you think he's the only alchemist?
He'd probably think he was the only alchemist. He has to make a wisdom check to think otherwise.
Oh,
Sollyn does have to
God.
get good because he's only recently been reintroduced to the program. One of the last
Considering he doesn't go to
things-
classes anyway, Kurtal might just have it slip his mind.
There you go.
Oh, well, Sollyn remembers eventually, and probably after a couple days, now that Namwin's funeral's over and whatnot.
No, Kurtal would mention it to Sollyn after they probably meet in the Cabal home for, chit-chat, that Namwin has been officially buried and that he met with the new Sages of Alchemy a couple of days ago,
Oh.
and that you would do
Oh,
you would
did.
do
What's
well
he
to
like?
introduce yourself. She is stern. I've already got a project from her, and I'm writing up an itinerary for another class I have to teach.
Oh boy, that sounds exciting.
Sollyn, I'm going to be very clear with you on something. Namwin was very kind. Sage Albreth does not seem as lenient. Considering you already fell out of the program once and got back on Namwin's good graces, I do not think she would hesitate to kick you out permanently if you should say something offhanded that would be insulting.
Don't doubt that.
I'm being very serious here, Sollyn. This is worse than Rolun, and I know how well you get along with him.
Sollyn will briefly consider that, shaking his head at the impossibility of someone being worse than Rolun.
Milan?
Well, I'll do my best to keep any number of my feet out of my mouth.
If I'm to guess correctly, then she should still be in Namwin's old office, now hers, arranging his papers and getting everything in order.
Oh, she'll be in there for some time then.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Try
she
and make a good
and
impression.
Let's hope she can tell that it's not a skull on the label, it's a llama.
Alright.
Sollyn will head off with Kurtal's warning in mind, still trying to mull over the possibility of someone being worse than Wallan.
Okay. On the, I'm going to let you know that on the days leading up to the 28th of Lamashin, on the 27th, if you want to actually put.
Well, he's doomed.
Huh?
Uncle?
Okay.
Nope, he's not.
Uncle,
Damn it!
We
I'm
lost
sitting here
him.
fucking talking and I'm muted. I hate
Sorry.
it. Happens all the time. Okay.
Yeah, no, I get
No
that.
wonder it's like, what the fuck?
Does that ever happen to any of you?
Never.
No, not at all.
Kyle?
You mean every time I try to talk?
Right. Same.
Well, I have to mute myself because otherwise my mic starts picking my breathing really heavy if I don't say anything for a while.
I have
Shut up.
Just like that.
Okay. Sorry, wasn't talking about you. I was talking to myself. Had to remind myself not to speak too much.
Okay.
Tucker, though, you need to shut up.
Can do.
All right. Remember, Tucker, don't eat so fucking much. You're not going to the toilet for at least 3 hours.
It's tacos.
All right. I know, that's what I'm telling you.
That doesn't inspire hope.
What happened while I was gone?
Nothing. We figured out some very important, unimportant things.
I thought Sollyn was going to do something.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So on the 27th of Le Martian, there is a funeral held. Let me repeat that in proper voice. A funeral is held for Namoween, the Color Squirter. This is full title.
Sollyn would attend.
All right. Anybody that's actually in Eclipsia that attends, let me know.
I will.
Kurtal's like, nah, done it once.
No, Kurtal would be there. I was just muting myself because I saw a crack of lightning and a big old fucking peal of thunder chased after it.
Okay. Alrighty. And it is a beautiful affair for the 4 people that show up.
Sorry, I would if I was there.
Who's the 4th person?
There is actually a lot of candlelights there.
The ones he hadn't managed to kill yet.
Yes. And some of them are there to, like, protest. Finally, the fucking serial killer is dead. No. But there are not a lot of high-ranking people there. The priest dude is there.
Seymour Ots.
Pappy long hair, yeah. And the rest are pretty much students.
You mean Seymour?
Yes, Seymour
Yeah.
Ots. Uh-huh.
No, he was
The
talking
rest are
about happy long
students,
hair.
and mostly young students. And the only other person that shows up, which saves it from being a completely abysmal funeral, is everybody is quite taken aback when Franz of Vals attends.
That's interesting.
Yes. And she just walks in, just like anybody would, from the street and along the side. And there are a lot of protesters when there's protesting, celebrating the death of the serial killer.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Brought about too many deaths.
It's reasonable.
But they leave when Franz of All shows up. And then it's a quiet affair. It's beautiful, but it's quiet. Fairly somber. The bell tolls. And Kurtal, if you want to say something to say goodbye, Sollyn, anybody that's there, you may, if you wish to. If you want to actually dialogue it yourself, you can, or you can just make a socialization checks. If you want to try to intimidate the crowd, you may.
You're gonna miss Namwin, and you're gonna like it. This bitch was crazy.
Sollyn's not.
Yeah, Kurtal will approach the podium, pulpit, whatever the apropos term here is.
Okay.
And he will
Platform.
pause and look out over the crowd. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kurtal Urlin. I was a student of Namwin's, and for a very long time I was his assistant, helping him teach classes and running a few classes on my own when he was busy with his own business. I would also like to think of myself as his friend. When I made a very severe mistake during my infancy here at the Lyceum, Of anyone who stood up for me, Namwin risked his own reputation to defend mine. He taught me much, and I learned much from him. Those who are here may remember him as a senile old man who couldn't remember what he was doing more than a few seconds ago, but few will realize that he was wise beyond any of our years and had more to teach us than I think we deserved at times. I learned that he had 2 wives who are buried. I learned that despite everything that may have happened between him and I, he never truly forgot my name. And I hope to do him a service by becoming a greater alchemist than I had made myself seem during his classes. I want to do this as his student. I want to do this as his friend. And I want to do this to prove that Namwin Jerruk was not a senile gnome who maintained his position due to some fluke in the system or in the ranking, but because he was an excellent teacher, a competent wizard, and a good person. And then Kurtal will sort of look at the crowd, nod, and step out.
Very nice. Diplomacy check. +5.
Cool. Let me click my token. I really should put more ranks in diplomacy next time I level.
So should I? I should max it out so I can have +25.
25.
All right. Everybody is moved by your speech. Okay, anybody else want to speak that's there? I mean, anybody else can speak that's not there, but nobody else hears you.
So wasn't think he knew Namwin well enough to speak.
Same.
He once banned me, and then he took the ban away. Thank you.
He's a pretty nice guy.
I like the latter bit better than the former. He also sold me the poison that got me banned.
Just drag his name through the mud after his death. Oh man.
I hated him, then I liked him, then he died. The end.
Thank you.
Sollyn, that wisdom check, by the way, was Sollyn debating on whether or not to tell Kurtal about the thing with Namwin and
What?
the eye.
What thing?
What's the good and bad?
About how Namwin intentionally gave him the third eye.
Well, he didn't give him the third eye, he tampered with the potion.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
But Sollyn decided not to. To spite you for never telling him. No, because he didn't want to ruin your memory of Namwin.
Timothy McVeigh didn't blow up the building, he just tampered with the fertilizer. Okay.
Okay.
So, alright, Rolun, are you going to say anything?
No.
Or do you attend?
Yeah.
You know people don't throw money at this thing.
Neither is he.
Okay. Alrighty.
Then after that, Sollyn would go to...
After that, Francevals will step up and say that Namwin Jerruk was a great loss to the Lyceum. One that we shall not recover from for a very long time. This alone would be enough to mourn for many years, but that is not why we mourn. We mourn today because Namwin had more to offer. He was not ready. Not quite. And his service was cut short. And his time here, in this world, was stolen. That is the true tragedy. And what is sadder still is how it was taken from someone who has contributed not a fraction of what Namwan has. Unfortunately, that is too often the case. So now Namwan will lie here next to many of the others who have suffered the same fate at the hands of the jealous and envious. He is a monument to the past, reminding everyone of the future. That success has nothing to do with luck. And anyone who knew his true story would know the significance of that. Thank you. And then that's essentially the end of it. The next day, on the 28th, while Sollyn is sleeping, he misses the reading of Namwan's will and gets nothing.
I'd be surprised if he was left anything in the first place.
Yes, he was.
Really?
Yes.
Brutal.
Why are you making him sleep through this too? He's here. And then
Turn off your vibrator.
He has on his vibrator.
That would be my coffee maker.
Okay.
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the kind you put up your pooper and then never mind. Continue.
Stop. Bad Sean. No. No.
So, actually, there is no actual organized reading of the will. You are, however, each of you the next day, Kurtal. You are met by Rolun. No, Termiella. Yeah.
Are those two married or something?
Ask him.
Nah. If I'm wrong, she's gonna be insulted.
And she let you know that Rolun, or Namwan, goddamn names.
Somebody died and left you something. Here, take it.
Namwan left you something very important to him. And nobody else.
Jesus fuck, here's the storm, by the way, if you can hear it in the background.
No. And she lets you know that there's a huge trunk that she sets down on the ground, carried by a bunch of candlelights.
Oh.
There is also a box, a wooden box, in her hands. Oh. And she informs you that you were in his will. He mentioned you by name. And in his will, he says that in his many years teaching, you are not his best student, but you are the one that will miss him the most.
I mean,
Namwan.
I'm not going to say it's not an insult, but that sounds exactly like something Namwan would say.
He was rather attached to me. I'm not sure why.
What a weirdo! I tried to kill him, but he just wouldn't die.
Good old rambler.
He left you two things that were very important to him. One, his sock collection. She gestures to the trunk, which is like 3 foot by 4 foot.
How big is it? Oh my god!
And those are
3 by
small
4 by
socks.
what?
You have mittens.
And then she tells you that he left you something in this box specifically that is locked, and said that that this was specifically listed for you, and he did not say what it was in it, only that it was the key that you have been looking for.
Okay.
So she gives you the box.
So how is it locked?
It is locked in the fact that there is a lock on the front.
Alright, I wasn't sure if you meant like lock like some crazy magic bullshit or like a conventional lock. And before
No,
you say that's
it's-
stupid, we're at a magic school.
No, there's like an arcane lock on top of it. It's enhanced, but there's nothing like elaborate about it.
Okay.
Okay, then she goes to Sollyn. Sollyn, you were listed in his will.
Okay. Oh, really?
And she says that in many years that he has taught, you were not his most favorite student. But you had the most legs.
Which is almost as good.
And he gave you two things. One, yeah, and it's the key to you've been wanting. What key do I want? The key to this fucking box.
Probably. Inside it just says, you found the key. And that is it.
You open it up, and inside the key is to the box.
Yes.
Yes!
Anyways.
Okay. Yes. I love it. You guys are just ruining everything. Alright, anyway. Damn it, Kurtal, be quiet. You are given a hold on. Okay. You are given a set of his mediocre flasks
Excellent.
with corks. Number 28. Set number 28.
Empty flasks?
Uh-huh. You're
Nice.
also
The corks are
given
the expensive bits.
you were also given the what he calls the liquor locket, chain locket, so that you can keep a mouthful of spirits around your neck, just in case you need a little nip at some point.
He wasn't even crazy. He was just constantly fucking drunk.
That's
He kept-
so much.
He kept some like 1,000 proof liquor in there. Yeah, I know it's not possible, but
No, it's magic. It
Concentrated
is
that shit.
possible.
Okay. And It's just this
Hyper-condensed
little
liquor.
silver barrel type shape thing. It looks like a little miniature keg about 1 inch tall. And just hangs on a little silver chain.
So we'll shake it to see if it's... Oh, sorry.
Yep, there's liquid in there. It looks like you just unscrew the top.
Someone will take a sniff.
Well, to identify
Fortitude save.
To identify it, you're going to have to do an alchemy check. If you want to know how strong that shit is.
Right.
All right.
Considering you saw the spirits of the dead come out of it, probably pretty strong.
Okay. And, very good. You recognize it as drow poison.
Of course. That's actually
Sollyn.
really badass.
Sollyn
oh my
will...
god, this is what he uses for NyQuil.
Sollyn will reseal it, smirk, and say, well, there's enough in here to knock out a dwarf.
Sollyn, no.
So you also have
didn't tell
one
you it was-
gold piece worth of alchemical supplies and flasks. And, yeah, and your silver thing. Okay. All right. Ilaria,
Mm-hmm.
you were given his purity potion.
Mm-hmm.
It's called...
Restores level at no
Koroks.
cost.
Yeah. 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 Okay, let me write this down. Oh, that's good. Consumable. Potion of purity.
I would have drank Chlorons, dude.
That doesn't mean it's not consumable.
And let me guess, it turns me into a regular elf.
Yes!
Anything's edible if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Man, when you got the magic of Clorox.
With a note that says, don't be blue all the time.
That's pretty good.
As
I will look at this potion fondly and never use it.
Maybe we'll force it down the throat of a victim.
There you go.
Yeah, could do.
Oh my god. Okay, so anyway. And that is how Namwin's will is distributed. Apparently, almost every alchemical student in the entire Lyceum, and half of those that aren't, got something from Namwin's will.
but not me. Not
All
me.
of it came from, most of it came from his waste bin.
Yeah.
Here's an old tissue.
Because we're sniffling all the time.
You are a
It's
whitey
fucking
bitch.
annoying.
Here's some Kleenexes.
You weren't my favorite student, but you did get kicked out of the program faster than anyone in recorded history, so...
And then there was a box marked for Paddock. And it has yet to be claimed.
It's probably
Kurtal
a
will
trap.
legitimately ask.
But the box does say, Paddock only, please open.
Exactly, yeah. It's fucking trapped.
Yeah, you don't know. Kurtal, do you want a hand with that box you have?
Well, I think I'll fill it with it on my own. Perhaps it's magically aligned to me, and if I don't have a key, then I can find another way.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
All right.
Thank you.
And that's how that's settled. Okay. Sollyn, you spent some time with Magdalene, Magafin, Maggot, whatever his name is.
Maligan.
There we go.
Mandolin.
Kenneth.
All right.
George.
George.
Drowl.
What did he do to it anyways?
You need to have that be like her, like candlelight behind her bat name, be like the Drowl. Or
Who?
that guy.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
He
Neither
wants
do
he
I.
wants you to create a nickname that Candlelight's called the scary, scary alchemist teacher behind her back.
Oh. The Drowl.
Drowl.
Okay. All right.
The what?
I
Drowl.
don't know.
God,
It's not
John.
important.
Everyone keeps talking as you say the word, so I never hear the end of the word.
Drowwalla.
Okay. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's Tucker.
Oh, come on. Tucker has some good ones.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not one of them.
When other people set
It's
them up
not.
for him.
It's not one of them.
I have good ideas too, but those are few and far between.
All right.
I think that's
So-
everyone.
That's all right. I love you, Tucker. Don't go to the toilet. All right. So, with Maligan, you spend some time with him. You get to do some. You get to make 2 socialization checks to increase your relationship. Do you want to bring up anything in particular?
Sollyn would ask him how his studies are going, both in the Lyceum and out. Make sure that he's not doing any dumb shit. And check in on how the various situations he's gotten himself into have worked out.
Okay.
Roll a Diplo.
Okay, first thing he tells you is he received something from Namowin's will.
Oh, how unique.
It's a recipe.
Oh. Let me take a look at it. What's it supposed to do, do you know? Or is it a cake recipe?
It's a recipe for rum.
Let me take a look at that real quick.
Alright. He forfeits it.
This rum contains at least 4 cups of arsenic.
It's a
Yes, why
recipe
does this...
for how to make alchemist fire.
This...
Fucking one. Fucking one.
Maligan,
Yeah?
have you been taking alchemy classes?
No, but I did go there once.
Well, most likely while you're in the will. This is not a recipe for rum.
It's not?
No.
Well, what's it a recipe of?
It's a recipe on how to make drow urine smell better.
What?
Yeah, Namwin was a strange guy. I'm just gonna throw it out. Here, I'll write you up a recipe on how to make rum.
All right. Well, can I keep it anyway?
Backfired on your ass.
I think it's best if you don't. Namwin's recipes often had unintended consequences.
But he was
Usually
such a nice
not good.
guy. I would really like something to remember him by.
Here, you can you can have these alchemical supplies, and Sollyn will hand him a dozen empty flasks. These were his. They were, I believe, useless alchemical supplies number 24.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right, thanks.
No problem, son. And Sollyn, when nobody is looking, when he gets time to himself later, will tear up the recipe for alchemist fire and curse Namwin's name.
Damn you, Namowin.
Trying to give my son more shit to do dumb shit with.
Okay. The rest of your time with Maligan goes pretty well. You find out that he's doing good in the Candlelight program. He's still attending Katmara Academy, where he is the first at the last of the class. And but he's really enjoying his time as a Candlelight. In fact, he's been assigned assistants. The duty to be the assistant to one of the other teachers. And we're going to do a random check to find out who that is, because that could just be really fun.
God.
Who is Ulysses Hall, Dad?
Oh, well,
dear
it was
child.
nice knowing you, son.
Okay.
My
That
dear
was-
sweet
Actually,
baby
I think
boy,
someone
I
would
love
probably
you.
approve if it was one of the halls.
Okay, first off, give me a 1 die 2. Or actually a 1 die... Oh my.
No, wait, well, you can say a 1d what?
That's fine, we'll just go with it.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and give me a 1 die 3, I'll be fair. Alright. And... Oh boy.
Let me count up how many teachers there are in this rank.
Alright, 1 die 21. Who was actually rolling the fucking die in the background?
You mean like a
That's what I
dice
hear.
early?
Every time I see something roll a die, I hear a fucking die hit the table.
Oh, I've been playing with a knife.
Oh.
I keep saying it down to. Whenever you
Are
say
you
to
the-
roll
are you
something,
the
I set
net
the
shooter?
knife down to go roll it. So,
Okay.
is it this noise?
It's yes, it's an elf. A really simpering one.
A simpering elf.
Yeah.
Do you know their rank?
No. But
Do they wear rings?
hmm?
Oh, well. Do they wear rings? Lyceum rings?
Yeah. She's got this really big bat.
Can I roll a knowledge local check?
Sure.
Ah, he's assistant to Termiella.
Why don't you just let him freaking
Why
figure
did
it out,
why
Necro?
did you just? Jeez, dude.
Oh wait, I'm not muted. Oh fuck.
It's all good, dude.
Tucker.
Uh,
When he said elf, I immediately assumed Termiella, because she's the only
Yeah.
elf that I remember other than Dariel Gaiden.
your knowledge local check lets you know that Termiella does have a big white bat as a familiar.
Oh, I see. That's an interesting choice. A healer.
She heals?
From time to time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, she's quite gifted with both magic and
Magic.
magic and alchemy of sorts.
Oh. Ew. Well, I'm going to tell him I don't want to be her assistant.
Learning to heal is good. If you learn what you need to do to repair people, you know the opposite as well.
Well, maybe.
Plus, it's good to have a diversified skill set. Don't conform to stereotypes, son.
I'm thinking that maybe... I wonder if she knows any of that ancient heritage magic.
You mean Herald Mage?
No. The old elves here on the surface supposedly had some weird form of magic.
It's very possible. It might be wise for you to study under her and find out. Maybe you can learn some.
That's what I'm hoping. And, alright, your time with him goes well. You also learn that, for the most part, he seems to be doing well.
Okay, good.
And then you go to meet Namoin's successor.
Who I only know is a female, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yep, you have not been told.
And that's only because Sollyn assumed her gender.
Why did he assume her gender?
No,
She's
Necro told you it was a
sexist.
woman.
Somebody
Kurtal
said
literally said she.
no. I mean before that, Sollyn said he, and Kurtal corrected him.
Okay.
Because Sollyn assumed, new person in position of power, he.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. So you go in. Poof.
Just kicking the door. Oh, I still see Walon's office.
Yeah, that's because I'm just having their lights be fucking on. Fuck it.
Kicking the fucking door. What's up,
Time
bitch?
to
I'm an
turn the
alchemist.
lights on and off. Alright, let's see how long it takes Sollyn to get banned.
What didn't he tell his son, Rolun?
Huh?
I don't have enough figures.
Well, I don't know enough about Termiella, if that's what it is. About the Alchemist Fire. Would you want Maligan getting his fucking hands on Alchemist Fire?
I'm just saying, yet another example of you not telling your son stuff.
There's
Right.
a difference.
Alright,
Yet another.
so. When you walk into the alchemy lab, you notice something odd. The place is organized.
Oh my.
Everything is laid out neatly in stations that pretty much have the same equipment. All the books now are alphabetical and clearly marked. No more of the blank covers bullshit. I like indexing them based on their weight.
For
And-
today, for the next 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, he tells you that he identifies the books by their covers, and then you get to pick one up and it fucking falls out of the cover. You realize they're just fucking slip-ons. Anyway, you walk in and you see a drow woman there. Standing behind the counter with bent low, slightly bent forward, peering closely at oh, I can't think of the name. Shit, I hate it when I can't think of names.
Flask.
Oh, the big thing's it has like a flask bottom that has a big long neck that goes off to the side.
Retort.
Yes, thank you.
No, I think that's an Olympic, dude.
Olympic, possibly.
Oh yes, you're right. Thank you, Duggar. For the first time, you contributed something useful.
Thank you, Oblivion.
I like you, Tucker.
Trust.
All right. So when you walk in, what do you do?
It's an actual lab I can walk into, right? Not just like her office I'm barging into.
Both. Well, that's Namor had an open door policy.
All right, is the door open or closed when I approach?
It is open.
Sollyn will sort of walk in and then knock on the door frame.
And she straightens. And as when you see her large red eyes and the rest of the description, she centers upon you and stares at you somewhat coolly. You can do a sense motive check if you wish.
Right. Also, I want to point out an alembic is a specific type of retort.
Thank you.
Googled it because I wasn't sure.
Fair enough.
There you go.
We were both right.
And now everyone in YouTube is smarter.
You're welcome, Chris.
Chris doesn't even know what the word retort means.
Oh, God. I think he does. I don't think he knew what an Olympic was.
Okay.
He doesn't. That's my point, though.
Okay. Well, you do notice that despite the kind of blank expression she usually wears in her face, when she looks upon you, her brows kind of draw together slightly, just with an expression of reserved curiosity, as if she's kind of and almost of a slight mild anticipation as well, as if she was waiting to meet you.
Okay. Hello, am I to believe that you're the new alchemy sages?
I am. And you are Sollyn the Orphan.
Sollyn will look mildly surprised. Yes, I am. You've heard of me?
Yes. I spoke with your Cabal brother shortly ago. The three-eyed
Oh.
one, Kurtal.
Kurtal. Yes. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Did Kurtal say that he and Ilaria did alchemy?
I'm sorry?
Did Kurtal mention that Sollyn and Ilaria did alchemy?
Yeah, I said they were both alchemists in their own right.
Okay.
In their own right. What does that even fucking mean?
I mean,
They're
you have your
alchemists,
own
I guess,
individual
but they're not
stance
as
on
good as
alchemy.
me.
Like, I know you're more into the herbalism aspect of it, and Sollyn is
Yeah, no,
practicing
I'm just
by his
giving you
own
a hard
age.
time. It's going back to the I'm the only alchemist again.
By their own definition, they call themselves alchemists. I like that.
God.
I've seen Sollyn mix a drink before.
Was there
I see him bake a cake.
bacon cake?
I mean, yeah. Anyways, sorry.
You are an alchemist. Have you come
Yes,
to study, or have you come looking for work?
Well, I came to study and meet the new sages, although if you have work, I might be able to do that as well.
She nods. Can you tell me what I am doing currently?
Sollyn will look at the table. Does his 33 from earlier carry over?
Nope. She holds out her hand and gestures to the alembic in front of her, or the retort. The alembic retort.
Oh.
17?
Okay. You focus upon it, and you think she's making rum. No.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
I
you're
had either
making
got this
alchemist
very
fire.
wrong or misjudged her character.
You believe that she is making, she is essentially concentrating some type of acid.
I believe that you're currently in the distillation phase of the creation of some form of acid.
Correct. That is very good. Who is more skilled in your cabal with alchemy?
That's a good question. I don't even know at this point.
Kurtal's certainly been training longer than I have, though I do have some experiences learning some techniques in the Underdark, though I'd say most of those are frowned upon up here. Kurtal's had the most experience. I've been out of the alchemy field for a while, as you've likely read in a report, possibly.
I would like to
Apologies.
be your personal teacher.
I would be honored.
This would not be necessarily an easy opportunity.
Either was the trek to the surface or joining the Lyceum. I pride myself in doing things that are difficult to improve myself.
I know. How long have you been a wizard?
I've been a wizard for... Lamashtin is which month? The 9th month?
Or 10th.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lamashtin is like October, bro.
For roughly a year and a half at this point. Or at least that's how long I've been a member of the Lyceum. I had some training before that.
It is good to see someone from the Darklands here in the Lyceum. There are not enough of us here.
Sollyn knows of Ilaria, and he's also heard about one other drow, right?
One other drow.
I want to say there was...
He's heard of, he's heard
Jerruk.
of the Viceroy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Viceroy, that's it.
Yep.
Was he a member of the Lyceum, or is he a member of Spilia?
He's a kindred, I think.
Nope.
No, he's not a kindred.
Nope, he is the Viceroy. Viceroy, each city, he's the mayor of the city, essentially, but he
Oh,
is...
Viceroy was his
is
name.
a servant.
He's a Magus, I think. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought Viceroy was his name.
No. Viceroy is a position...
Jealous.
Is a position of an appointed governor or overseer, usually from the outside.
Uncle, do you
that's,
mind if I help make an analogy?
Well, I'm just explaining what the position is.
Oh,
It has a
no, I was just
specific
going to say...
definition.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
past, it's somebody that you appoint to oversee, usually an occupied people.
Necro, have you seen the Star Wars prequels?
I know what a Viceroy is.
Okay.
I just, like I said,
So
I
he is
thought it was his name for a second.
the Viceroy of the Wizards who oversee and manage the mundanes.
Is he an actual ranked wizard himself, though?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, I agree. The only ones that I know of are Ilaria, who's a member of my own Cabal, the Viceroy, and, well, my son is training.
And what is his name?
His name's Maligan. You might see him. I think he might take an interest to alchemy, although who's to say.
Which one is he?
He's the other one with 8 legs. He's somewhat hard to miss. He's a candlelight at the moment, though.
He is a Drider, then. I shall
Indeed.
watch for him. Come, Sollyn. I shall teach you some today, and then we shall arrange appointments more routinely.
Very well.
All right. She starts walking with you. All right. You get to make a socialization check, and you can ask her some questions or tell her something about yourself if you wish.
Okay. Oh my. Sollyn suddenly exists outside the fabric of space and time, and there's 2 of them.
What?
He's right here.
Son
Yeah.
of a bitch! Get back in
I don't
here!
know. I don't know how he got out there, but he did. Okay, socialization check, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, and did you say alchemy as well?
Huh?
Okay, sorry, just
No,
making
no.
sure.
No. Okay. All right, and you can make a. You can ask 2 questions, and tell her 2 things if you wish.
Right. Sollyn's gonna ask which part of the Darklands she hailed from.
Where do you believe I am from?
Is there a regional Nuberian accent to East versus West Shelfers?
Yes.
Can I make out that on her?
You do the linguistics checks, or a wisdom check with a penalty.
Okay. Think I will do linguistics. 29.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay. You're fairly certain. You think. It's very subtle, but you think she comes most likely from the Western Shelf. She does not speak with a native accent. What you would consider native.
Okay. The Western Shelf is proper Nuberia, right? Not Shadow City.
Correct. It's for
Okay.
Harn.
Well, from the sound of your voice, I'm picking up faint trace of Western Shelf.
You have a very good ear.
We try. Not a lot of drow from up there, although I suppose more from the Eastern Shelf.
You are from the Eastern Shelf.
Indeed. That's where my family fled.
Why?
It had... my father told me it was aberrations, right?
Yes.
There was an influx of aberrations, and that combined with the constant threat of some of the other cities that were attacking us, we decided we might fare better on the surface, and so far that seems to be the case. The people here are a lot less... what's the word? Conniving? Illegitimate? Although...
And what city are you from on the Eastern Shelf?
my family hailed from the Shadow City.
The Shadow City?
Yes, indeed.
Then you were one of the renegades. One of those that attacked their own and killed their own people.
Yes, we were, though before we were the ones being attacked and killed. Although, if I'm entirely honest, much of that was before my time.
The Shadow City is the one that broke away, rebelled against their own people.
Correct. Not many from the Western Shelf, or sorry, Western Shelf. Not many from the Western Shelf know that.
Your family. Do they have any standing, or are they merely common?
My family was one of the... what was it, 7, I think? 7 or 9 royal houses.
I believe there was 13.
13. There might have been. To check my notes. My family was
No,
one
actually,
of the...
no, you're right. I think there were 7.
I'm not sure. I remember
Yeah.
there were either 7 or 9, and of them, 2 were less important than the others.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was 7 and 9. The last 2 were less important. Yeah.
My family was one of the 9 noble families of the town. My father was one of the original rebel forces.
I am surprised you not have a more fervent opinion then about your culture and your rebellion.
I believe it's best to keep an open mind. I've learned quite a bit from up here in the brief time that I've been here, and though I still hold many of the beliefs from back home tightly, I've found many things that juxtapose them strongly to be the case in some instances.
Do you have patron?
By patron, does she mean demonic patron or somebody who pays for my...
She means some type of otherworldly patron, yes, like a demon.
No, at present moment. I've been primarily working on gathering strength myself. I have not seen yet the need to seek otherworldly assistance in doing so. Yourself?
You have no need for this. You should not. It would be foolish for you to do so. If you did, you would be killed.
Sollyn would nod. I believe so. In fact, I believe my overseer, Rolun, not sure if it was a joke or not, it's hard to tell, made a reference to reviewing me for